welcome to another vlog. Sorry for not being posting from the other day. I'm giving you guys a weekly update on the car. Um, Remember, I redid everything that Bally did to the engine. I used the same parts that I gave Bally, rebuild the engine. Um, the engine, I can probably say now, the engine is not leaking any oil, it's not smoking. I have the video evidence to prove. Um, it's been a hell of a time for me to do my work and then come home and rebuild by the engine. Remember, I have to pull down the engine to scratch, then rebuild it. Um, you know, Record, watch the video, edit. It takes a time. Definitely in this vlogging world, it's a lot of work to be done. But I'm a hardworking person, so it's not a big deal for me. It's just that I'm not gonna do a weekly update on what's going on. But like how we past that hurdle, um, you guys will get more updates on what's going on with the car. Um, Based on the ring gap that Bally did, none of his ring gaps were consistent. So I will be pulling back down the engine, but just to prove that I'm going to use the same parts to build back the engine, and that the way how he staggered the compression rings and the oil ring, which is why the engine was leaking oil. Um, I use back the same parts, but I'm gonna reorder some rings and redo the whole ring gaps because I don't like how he did it. Um, you know, I saved myself. I dodged a bullet, I must say. I saved myself from spending, you know, a whole lot more money with Bali. Um, I always doubted myself. I mean, I could have built the engine myself from the get go. I did it now. I don't see why I could have did it before. But the mere fact that I have an understanding of the way our engine works, um, with this level that I'm at with the car, is not stock anymore. It's just expensive parts. Everything in the car or in the engine is expensive. I did not want to, cause I will tend to make mistake. So I was prepared to make someone in the field do the work for me. But a man I go both say in qualification make him manager, right? But when I really look upon it, in his work, JPS work, they have a motto that says no room for error, right? And in this engine that Bally did, if he was so great as what he put it to be, firstly, he placed the connecting rung in the block. You have to pull back the engine. After he gave me the engine that it was built, I have to come here. I have to buy a new head gasket, pay half of the money for the head gasket. Yet, when we start the engine, it start leaking oil. With the same connecting rod that he set the four of them wrong in the car, that means you have to pull all four pistons, and you're gonna tell me that you don't even bother to check to see that the gaps on the rings are okay. You just put them back in the block. I mean, when I look at it, as a person that is qualified, um, but without the hands-on experience, he's just a guy that knows definitions. He don't know nothing about engine. You understand? So moving along, this does get me stronger. It make me now appreciate when I buy a parts. I appreciate putting it in the car. I'm not afraid anymore right now. I'm thinking about rebuilding the gearbox with just built gears. I've never pulled a gearbox before, but I am really confident that I can do it. We use the same parts as I said before. Rebuild the engine. There's no oil, there's no smoke. But I'm definitely gonna change those rings. I just build back the engine to make sure that those were the problem, as it was obvious. But I'm gonna do my own ring gap because I'm not gonna be the fool carry the car go to dyno and go on the road. I myself do not trust the gaps that he did, the ring filing that he did, and yet although I don't trust it, I still go on. I prefer to fail on my behalf. I know this is gonna cost me to buy rings because he filed rings too far, but I'm definitely gonna be accommodating that expense because at the end of the day, I rather to go out there and blow up knowing that I spend my money which I work hard for. I'm just like an ex-fighting youth that work hard. I can bet this is not the first engine they put out that is not good, but um, I'm gonna try to correct that. I'm gonna do my own ring gap. So I've missed Jam West back in last year Boxing Day. I missed the one this year. I missed Vernam, and I'm going to miss the one for April. I'm not gonna rush the car. The car is ready, but I don't trust the ring gap. So enough of those that said that you guys already knew are new. Go ahead and watch the video of me building the car. I'm out. Okay guys, so I already installed one of the pistons. I'm gonna show you guys right now how to properly install the piston into the car. Before you also install the piston, it's a good time to check the wrist pin clip and make sure that that clip, you know, before you send the piston to me, you make sure the clip is set in the right place, because you don't want to be going down the track or driving on the road. That would not be good if the clip is not seated properly. Alright, so sending her home now. I'm gonna put the head on the car. As you can see, I was cleaning the part that is gonna go on the gas stick. Okay, so when you're installing the washers with the nut, I would suggest using 2 screwdrivers to guide the washer down on the stud. I'm using a light because here is a little bit dark. bolt right now to equal part to 80 foot-pounds. I'm gonna start with 35, then to 55, then to 80. So I'm gonna torque it at 35 first and let it sit for about 10 minutes, then go ahead and torque it again. So yeah, let's get no NCR rum tonight. We're drinking a soda to fully focus. So when it click, you know it's reached 35 foot-pound. Put them fully torque to the specs. So we can start install the cams and the cam cap from tonight. Probably tomorrow night I can catch a timing, because I don't catch on the windy tree or nothing down at the block as it. I'm just take time go and do it. That's right. Put the cams in the car. When I bought those cams that I have, I got this assembly grease, right? It's driven to win oil. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna oil the place that the cams are gonna spin. Okay, you know when the engine is freshly rebuilt, or you rebuild the engine, these plates are not, when the engine is spinning, these plates are not going to be lubricated by oil. So you have to definitely make sure you put the assembly lube at these here, because you don't want to scratch up the cams or damage the cams in any way. So you're just going to lube up the area you know the cams are going to be, and also the cam and the cam caps also. You want it to spin freely. Yes guys, so back with another starting up of the machine. I finally see if we work on me do. You know, just expect the car to pop. So see what I go on and now. Set up the camera so I can see it. Expect a little smoke too, car. You know, first rebuilt engine, still in a while ago, oily, so it have a burn off that.